In Series 1 of Code Sunset, we laid the foundation. We showed you that AI is not just replacing jobs, it is making entire roles obsolete. We broke down the replacement timeline, who goes first, who gets a few more years. We proved that for most teams, AI productivity is still a myth. We watched the junior developer pipeline collapse in real time. We identified the few skills AI still cannot touch. We showed you that DevOps and SRE are not the safe havens people think they are. We watched companies fire engineers and call it an AI strategy, and we traced the real economic cost, wealth concentrating at the top while the foundation crumbles underneath. That was Series 1, the diagnosis. Series 2 is about what happens next, and it starts with a lie. Half the companies laying people off right now are blaming AI. Most of them have not even deployed it. Welcome back to Code Sunset. I am Ethan Cole, and today we are talking about AI washing, the corporate practice of using artificial intelligence as a smokescreen for decisions that have nothing to do with artificial intelligence. Here is what AI washing looks like in practice. A company announces an AI transformation initiative. They cut 15% of their workforce. The stock price goes up 2 or 3%. Analysts praise the CEO's vision. Everyone moves on. But here is what nobody checks: whether the AI actually replaced anyone, and in most cases, it did not. The remaining workers just absorbed the extra load. 60-hour weeks became the norm, and the company calls that efficiency. Harvard Business Review published research in early 2026 that confirmed what many of us already suspected. Companies are making workforce decisions based on AI's potential, not its actual performance. They are cutting headcount based on what AI might be able to do in 2 or 3 years, not what it can demonstrably do today. That is not strategy. That is speculation with other people's livelihoods. And the data makes this painfully clear. A study from MIT found that only 11.7% of jobs can currently be cost-effectively automated using AI. 11.7%. Yet 55% of US companies are planning AI-related workforce changes this year. Think about that gap for a moment. 55% of companies are restructuring around a technology that can currently handle less than 12% of the work. That is not transformation. That is theater. Now, there are real examples of AI deployment that worked. Klarna replaced around 700 customer service agents with AI chatbots and reported genuine results. Faster response times, lower costs, comparable customer satisfaction. That is a legitimate case. But Klarna had standardized workflows, clean data, and a use case perfectly suited to large language models. Most companies do not have any of that. Their systems are fragmented. Their data is a mess. Their processes are too complex and too context-dependent for current AI to handle reliably. So instead of doing the hard, unglamorous work of actual AI integration, they skip straight to the layoffs and call it the same thing. The pattern is remarkably consistent. Step 1. Announce the AI strategy. Make sure the word transformation appears at least 3 times in the press release. Step 2. Cut headcount. 15 to 20%. Usually mid-level and junior roles. Step 3, tell investors you are ahead of the curve. Step 4, let the remaining team quietly drown. Then in the next quarterly earnings call, present the reduced headcount as proof that AI is working. You did more with less. Except you did not do more. You did the same, or less, with fewer people working harder. And here is where it gets truly cynical. When companies blame AI for layoffs, it serves 2 purposes at once. First, it makes the cuts seem inevitable, like a force of nature, not a management decision, not a failure of planning or leadership, just the march of progress. Nobody protests gravity. And second, it suppresses the workers who remain. If everyone believes AI is coming for their job next, they do not ask for raises. They do not push back on unreasonable workloads. They just keep their heads down and feel grateful they still have a desk. If AI were truly doing the work of those laid-off employees, the remaining team would be working normal hours with better output. That would be the evidence. But that is not what the data shows. Surveys from multiple workforce studies indicate that workload has increased for roughly 70% of employees who survived so-called AI-related layoffs. The work did not disappear, it did not get automated, it got redistributed onto fewer shoulders. Now, I want to be precise here. This does not mean AI is not a real threat to employment. It absolutely is. If you watched Series 1, you know I do not downplay that. The displacement is real and it is accelerating. But there is a critical difference between genuine AI displacement, where a system actually performs work that humans used to do, and corporate AI washing, where AI is invoked as justification for cost cutting that was going to happen anyway. And right now, a significant portion of what we are seeing in the headlines is the latter dressed up as the former. So the next time you see a headline about a company cutting thousands of jobs due to AI, ask one simple question. Is this company running AI in production at scale, or are they just using the letters A and I in a press release? Because the distinction matters. It matters for the people being laid off who deserve to know the real reason. It matters for the workers who remain, who are burning out under false pretenses. And it matters for anyone trying to make honest career decisions in an environment saturated with corporate narrative. Has your company blamed AI for layoffs while barely using it? Drop a comment. I would bet more of you say yes than anyone in a boardroom would be comfortable with. Next episode, we look at what happens when companies actually deploy AI at scale, not the press release version, the real version, because that is a different story entirely, and honestly, it is worse. Subscribe to Code Sunset, because clarity beats panic, every single time. I am Ethan Cole, and this is Code Sunset.